Dear President Trump, I don't have any kids, but if I did, I don't think I'd let them watch TV. And not just because they might hear you speak. Not just because words drip from your mouth, an unfinished dinner of neglect. The way you shake hands and make decisions, I think that time and grief and heartache were shot into your bloodstream. Can you take empathy intravenously? Young men in hiding crawl out from dog houses of shame to your wolf call anthem. Is this the world you'd hoped for? Does it make your heart pump harder with tenacity when you hear your people cry, Donald, I thought monsters only lived under the beds of bad little boys and girls. But it turns out that they live deep within the hearts of people who stopped feeling. No, I'm not afraid that my children might hear you speak. I'm afraid that they might listen. I want to teach my son to love a woman the way his father loved his mother, hearts wrestling in pain and longevity, punching another blow of compassion into one another's sternum. I want my son to look at a woman's body as the origin of infinite storytelling. Her hips, the birthplace of great ideas he'll hope to one day carry forward. But I'm afraid, Donald. I'm afraid that her charm might be confused with his lust, that the tension built up in the muscles of his indignity might grow and feed and crave. I'm afraid that like young men and old men and weak men everywhere, he'll hear your words ring louder in his ears than those lullabies I sing him every night. No, Mr. President, he may not touch her wherever he likes. And no, Mr. President, no amount of money, power, esteem, or influence is rich enough to buy integrity. Not the kind I'll teach him anyways. I want my children to hear words of injustice and start to resent the melanin of privilege worn into their skin. They will ache, Mr. President, for the labor pains of poverty and classism you have so carefully designed. Their bones will be brittle with revolution, ready to snap when they hear a wrong. How dare you hurt someone, they will say, a voice box for the oppressed, because this is what it means to be an American. This is what it means to be an American. I wonder what my papa would say when he heard you speak. Would he cry? Would the tears fall like the soldiers he fought next to in World War II? Would his heart break watching his country, the one he loved, allow a man to put action ahead of intention, smashing the piggy bank of progress and unity only to spend on some cheap thrill in a gumball machine? No, he wouldn't cry. He wouldn't spend another second talking about what you've done. He would listen. But then, he'd act.